Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. It is impossible to live a pleasant life without living wisely and well and justly, and it is impossible to live wisely and well and justly without living a pleasant life. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. Of all the things that wisdom provides for living one's entire life in happiness, the greatest by far is the possession of friendship. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here, and when it does come, we no longer exist. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. Natural justice is a symbol or expression of usefulness to prevent one person from harming or being harmed by another. We do not so much need the help of our friends as the confidence of their help in need. Let no one be slow to seek wisdom when he is young, nor weary in the search of it when he has grown old. For no age is too early or too late for the health of the soul. Let no one be nothing is enough for the man to whom enough is too little. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. Injustice never rules forever. The just man is most free from disturbance, while the unjust is full of the utmost disturbance. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. The wise man who has become accustomed to necessities knows better how to share with others than how to take from them. He who says either that the time for philosophy has not yet come or that it has passed is like someone who says that the time for happiness has not yet come or that it has passed. Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. We should look for someone to eat and drink with before looking for something to eat and drink. Let us completely rid ourselves of our bad habits, as if they were evil men who have done us long and grievous harm. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. It is better to be unhappy and know the worst than to be happy in a fool's paradise. The greatest good is freedom from disturbance. The wise man sees that life is like unto a banquet, and death is the summing up of the accounts and the going away. Do not be fooled by the tales of heaven and hell, for they are merely the products of human imagination. Nothing is enough for the man to whom nothing is enough. Pleasure is the beginning and end of living happily. The time when you should most of all withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd. The highest goal of human life is the enhancement of pleasure and the reduction of suffering. The wise man is he who can enjoy the present moment to its fullest. He who is not satisfied with himself will not be satisfied with anything. The just man is most free from trouble, the unjust most full of it. The key to happiness is not wealth, power, or fame, but tranquility of the soul. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears. A small number of good friends is better than a multitude of acquaintances. The pleasure of the flesh is not the greatest pleasure, rather, it is the absence of pain in the body and trouble in the soul. Death is nothing to us, for when we exist, death is not present, and when death is present, we do not exist. If you wish to make Pythocles rich, do not add to his store of money, but subtract from his desires. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. The man who says that all events happen by necessity cannot criticize the man who denies that all events happen by necessity. Let no one delay the study of philosophy while young, and let one grow weary of it when old. Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance. A free life cannot acquire many possessions, because this is not easy to do without servility to mobs or monarchs. The wise man is self-sufficient, and yet desires friendship. The highest calling of a person is to relieve the suffering of others. He who is calm and well-ordered in his soul is master of himself and the world. True wisdom is to be able to live in the present moment and find joy in the simple pleasures of life. We must practice moderation in all things, for excess leads to unhappiness. The greatest wealth is to live content with little and have a peaceful mind.